Welcome to the broadcast of the 34th Annual Amarin Thanksgiving Day Parade, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors. It's the most wonderful time of the year, featuring the area's best marching bands competing in the Battle of the Bands. More than 140 different groups, giant helium-filled balloons, dozens of beautiful floats, and honorary Grand Marshal Dr. Francis Levine from the Missouri Historical Society. The Capitol Christmas Tree, a live performance from Audrey Bartholomew from The Voice, and of course, the big man, Santa Claus. All coming your way next, live from downtown St. Louis. The 2018 Amarin Thanksgiving Day Parade, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors.
The sun is shining. The weather is good. It's a little chilly. I'm Kent Earhart, joined as always by the lovely and talented
Matt Chambers is on the street. Yes,
but he couldn't join us up here. No,
so I'm here.
Laura Hediger,
yes.
Of course, as she is every year, braving the cold, which is really not a big deal this morning, and well worth it because this is one of our favorite days of the year. Hey, Matthew.
Boxing and shipping down here. Here, I want to bring in Mr. Tim Kurtz from Wells Fargo Advisors. How are you, Tim?
Good, I'm good. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
So what folks at home might not realize is it's Wells Fargo that enables us to broadcast the parade, which is a wonderful treat for so many families. But tell me a little bit about Wells Fargo Advisors. You have a ton of local employees here in the area, don't you?
We do. We employ 5,000 people here in the St. Louis area, 200 great financial advisors around the St. Louis metro area. And one of the things that we're most proud of is the economic impact we can have on the St. Louis community with Wells Fargo Advisors being headquartered in the middle of the United States. Every year we have team members from the East Coast, West Coast that come into St. Louis. They stay at our hotels, eat at our great restaurants. Last year alone, we had over 18,000 team members come to St. Louis. That was over 28,000 nights in hotels, 30,000 flights at Lambert Airport. We had a $24.5 million economic impact in the region.
But here's what I love. At the end of the day, you recognize the important part of being a member of the community, so you give millions of dollars back to nonprofits every year.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things we're most proud of. We live by the golden rule: take care of those that take care of you, and this city's taking great care of us. This year alone, we've donated $4.1 million to local charities around St. Louis, and one of the things we're most proud of is our team members. This year, during our St. Louis Community Support Campaign, our team members raised over $4.1 million themselves for local nonprofits. In addition, they're generous with their time and talents. Yep. They donated over 70,000 hours volunteering at local schools and nonprofits.
We're going to see a lot of those team members marching in the parade. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks to Wells Fargo Advisors. Guys, up to you.
Thank you. The Salvation Army Giant Kettle, also where we are going to speak with Matt Chambers, who has an interview with some of the men and women with the Salvation Army.
Indeed I do, guys. This is Captain Scott Strissel. Captain, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
We all know what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. The red kettles will show up outside some of our favorite retailers. Your volunteers will be ringing the bells. Tell me why this time of year is so important for you.
Well, you know, the need has never been so great. And the Red Kettle campaign has been out for 128 years, making it one of the longest running campaigns in the world. So we really are calling upon our community to give and give generously to the Salvation Army and to the Red Kettle campaign.
And what are you able to do with those funds that make such a difference in people's lives?
Oh, you know, we're able to provide food, clothing, and assistance in many different ways, impacting thousands of people in the St. Louis area. And so we're just calling upon the community to give and give generously.
Wouldn't be Christmas time without the Red Kettles and the Salvation Army. Captain, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Guys, give well and give frequently.
Yeah, absolutely. Pea Ridge Forest Tree Farm sponsors the Snowman Jingle helium balloon. Santa enjoyed his 15 minutes of fame in the box office hit Jingle All the Way, of course starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and comedian Sinbad back in 1996. This balloon stands 25 feet tall, 15 feet wide, and uses 6 tanks of helium to stay full. It is the good folks at the Professional Dance Center that put it on.
Yes.
The opening number, Sparkle, Jolly, Twinkle, Jingly.
If you want to deck the halls for Mr. C, make sure there's sparkle, jolly, twinkle, jingly.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
Just more the usual home office bug, Dick.
When a room is gloomy and its atmosphere is called it quits, then you must remember that December is a time for glitz. Never stop until each name on your Christmas tree is sparkle, jolly, twinkle, jingly.
Well, if you're from St. Louis, you know we're very fortunate to have Forest Park, but a civic treasure of that size and beauty, by the way, does not just take care of itself. Our next guest knows all too well what it takes. Stephen Schenkenberg is here with Forest Park Forever. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving.
Staying warm?
I'm trying. How about you?
We need some hot turkey is what we need.
We do.
I know you're here to talk about what's coming up for Forest Park Forever, but actually 2017 has been a pretty good year for the park.
It's been a really exciting year. You know, the park attracts more than 13 million visitors from around the world, more than 100 countries. It's the region's greatest civic treasure, big backyard for everybody, but it's gotten on the world stage more and more accolades from around the world. People are discovering what a gem it is from all over the world.
As they should, because it started out that way with the World's Fair and the Olympics and everything that's gone on there, and being one of the largest green spaces in any major urban environment.
Yeah. We at Forest Park Forever, we've been around about 30 years. We're a conservancy, really proud to be partners with the city of St. Louis in caring for the park. Our members and donors help provide more than half of the dollars it takes each year to care for the grounds and the facilities.
So now we're in the year-end membership drive, right? And it really gets more important because we're sewing up a lot of projects.
We are. There's a lot happening in the park. Liberal Arts Bridge between the Boathouse and the Muni, Central Fields. Our team just planted over 40,000 bulbs that'll pop up next spring. So these last 6 weeks of the year, we bring in more than 40% of our donor dollars come in. So it's really critical. Between now and the end of the year, anybody can become a member at 50% off. Enterprise Holdings Foundations is the sponsor of this, and we're really grateful to them.
And we've heard a lot about Enterprise and their commitment to Forest Park over the years, but I don't know that people realize how much of an important role private funds play in the park, and then especially in the maintenance.
They really do. You know, Forest Park Forever is not part of what's known as the ZMD, the Zoo Museum Tax District. We really depend on those donors and members that say, love the park, it's a community gem, I'm going to pitch in a little extra to make it magical.
So many of us just drive down and back and forth on Highway 40 or up and down Lindell, and we know the park is there, but if you haven't been there in a couple of years and spent any time, there have been some serious changes, and you've got something called the pop-up shop coming now. What's that all about?
Our first ever, it's a festive season, first ever holiday pop-up shop next Wednesday at the Visitor Center in Forest Park between 5 and 7 p.m. We've got Forest Park themed t-shirts, ornaments, a brand new book of Instagram photos of the park, posters, fine art prints. Come on by. Any purchases just go directly back into helping our conservancy care for the park.
Well, we love our park, and you'll hear us talking about it a lot on Great Day St. Louis because we're not going to give up until it's where we want it, and for years to come, and we can maintain it. To become a member of Forest Park Forever, go to forestparkforever.org, forestparkforever.org, or call 314-367-7275. That's your private cell phone, 24/7, right?
The website is better today, and then next Monday, call the number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
New members get 50% off, as we mentioned. So there you go. Great deal, huh?
It is a fantastic deal. Thank you very much, Kent. Were those people running? Do we have people running down Market Street right now?
It's like the little kid version of the turkey trot happening right now.
Why not?